Yeah, hello scrappers. I was going to take this load in today. While I was at work yesterday morning, I called Metal Check and just got their answering machine. So I decided, well, I heard they'd shut down for a week or two because of their employees having COVID. So I thought, well, maybe they're still closed. Because when I called, it got the machine, it said something about if you know your party's extension. So I guess I should have tried to call back later, but I called Sims Metal Management, and they were paying $120 for 10. Then I called Alpha, which used to be Alpha, but I think it's Doshenberg or something like that. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And they're paying $550 a 100, which is I think 110 a ton. So I thought, well, I don't have to get it out of here this weekend. I don't need, I got a little money and whatnot, so I don't have to sell it. So called Metal Check this morning about 11. Of course, they closed at 12, and they said they're paying $160 a ton, so I'm glad I waited. And they told me cast aluminum has come up to 40 cents a pound. Sheet aluminum, I think they said, was 35 cents a pound. So it's back up there about where it usually is, I guess, I would say, here in Oklahoma. So that's good news to hear. But at this time, I think I got one barrel full of sheet aluminum ready, half a barrel of cast. I got a little bit in here. I need to cut this post out of here one of these days. Got a couple of air compressors to work on. And I got a little bit of aluminum in here. Not very much. A couple of pieces over there. So throwing a little bit in here. I want to get that other horse trailer cleaned out and use it just for aluminum storage. So yeah, I'll show you a few other things I got going on. This yellow trailer here, I got it pretty well emptied out now. It's really hard to, I got my other camera for monitor trying to see, and the sun's kind of making it really hard. I got this pretty emptied out. I got a little bit of heavier metal here yet, so I need to pull it out of there and get it cut down to 3 foot for short iron, and a little bit of plate stuff here that I might hang on to. But I want to take this trailer here, kind of put it, takes off of this camera to catch up, try to put it up in this area here, kind of see where the grass is not at. But I want to kind of put it right in here. I want to leave a path so I can come from the workshop on out, but have it right here. That way, if I have to stage little stuff, it's close to the trailer, and then it'll pretty well open all this up. So when I get busy this summer, I'll have a place to stage appliances. Probably try to keep it open somewhat right through here. I buzz up and down there with the tractor a lot sometimes. And I still got a bunch of condenser units over here I need to get into here real shortly. But yeah, a few things. Okay, we'll go in the shop and show you what I got going in there. Oh yeah, that's another thing I need to get started on here one of these days. Yeah, after work or something. I got a pretty good pile of some sheet aluminum here at lawn chair, and lawn chair down there. Got a lot of extruded aluminum. Need to get in there, clean it up, cut it up where it'll fit in the barrel good. That electric cook stove's supposed to work. Kind of a little built-in model, but I thought someone wanted it. But this thing here, I'm going to try to see if I can't get it working where that door will shut better, clean it up, repaint it. Saw one of those could bring good money at the auction here last fall. A little cool out here today. I took the wife down to 5 after 2 right now. I took the wife down to Goodwill and I found a couple of these down there, so make more aluminum cupcakes out of them. We'll use them for my molds. So that gives me 5 now instead of just the 3. So that'll have to go out there. Well, I'm gonna try to fire up that burner here in a little bit. I got the crucible up here in my toaster oven. Say to put it in there at 350 for an hour, and then fill it about 1/3 of the way full of borax. And I got my box of borax up here on the shelf. It's kind of coming apart at the seams because of the humidity out here in Oklahoma. So got the borax there ready to go, and then I'll take it out there to my little oven or whatever here you want to call it. I'll bring it out here and fire this up. I get it set down in here. I may have to clean it up a little bit, but waste oil burner will fit right in there. Let me see if I can drag that over here. Yeah, got a C-clamp on it to hold it in place. It's right down here. I don't know if I got that in view. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, somewhat. Not that exciting anyway. Yeah, I think that burn I did last week on that video, I came back out and burnt a bunch more because I added another motor to that wheelbarrow. But I think I figured if I burned or melted 35 pounds, I think that hose is long enough, but that'll fit right in there like that. So just slides right in there. The only drawback is I think it looks like it's pointed downhill this way, so oil may drip back out, but that might be a good thing, which I don't want the oil up that high on this anyway. And on making this, I didn't have any special formula, but I had a big bag of perlite and Portland cement is basically what I used, and mixed it up and had the cardboard tubes in there, and that's how I made that. And I made that a long time ago, long before I made this other. We'll try to get out here within the next hour and do a little on that. Got the lifting tongs made. That's what's been holding me back on doing the video. I didn't bend the top handles over, but you see down there at the bottom, I may have to bend that one just a little bit or something to make them line up a little bit better, but they'll pick the crucible up. That's the main thing. Here's this. Of course, this is probably a little bit bigger, but I can actually lift that compressor. And that compressor is a whole lot heavier than that crucible will ever be with aluminum in it. So, of course, this is that strapping that came off that 20-foot workbench that I scrapped out. I have a video on that where I cut it down. So, and that was last summer, August, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, but my video today was going to be on what does it weigh, what does it pay, taking that load in, but that's going to have to wait till next weekend now. So, thought I'd give an update there. We're already 9 minutes into this video, and got my cutting barrel here. And what I want to do, go ahead and cut open the refrigeration compressor. One that's out of a window air conditioning unit. I got grooves cut in here where this thing will fit, so it only fits one way. That way there's no way it's going to slide off when I'm sitting there cutting with a cutting torch. I'm cutting something, and there's no way that's going to slide off of there. So I've got a few of these I've been saving for quite a while. So And I think it'd be better to have it roll this way than, of course, that way keep it in one spot. But these I don't cut these with a torch. I used to, and the reason I stopped, I think on this one here, this bigger one, you can see it better. All these white plastic sleeves in here. When I would cut these with the torch, these would get hot and start to melt, and they would melt into the wire, and they would melt onto the metal, these metal plates here, and it would be very, very difficult to pry them out of there. It was a lot of work, a chore. So I finally decided to start doing it with an angle grinder. I was going to try to start out with a brand new disc on here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start with this disc I've got. I don't know if I got enough light over there. I'll turn that light on. Yeah, it's about to come off the 2x6. I've got those Go Yonder blades. They're very thin blades, and they also have a blue one. I got 50 of these for $26. I think I gave somebody a link. I can put a link into this video if anyone's interested. But I didn't see any more of these copper colored ones on there. They have some, but they have lots of 25 or smaller. They didn't have any 50 lots when I looked the other day. But they have the blue ones, and I didn't, looking at it, I really didn't see any difference between these and the blue ones. So I haven't tried the blue ones. I might try them next. Turn this little light on. I think that lights it up more. Now in these, you got your pump and workings all down here. And I probably need to bring that phone monitor over here. And so I think your compressor is going to be sitting right in that area. Roughly. I need to figure out a formula on these one of these days, but like I said, I don't do them all that often. And sometimes you can just cut. I was kind of thinking earlier today, could I just make a cut around here and then cut up, across, and down the other side, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think I can see the copper in there. I know I'm definitely wrong side of the stator, so I probably could have came up more. You can always play with it if you want, move up or down. Well, I don't think I got through there. I may have to go up a little higher. Okay, I'm cutting through now. I probably could have been an inch higher on that one. Well, I didn't cut a very straight line, that's for sure. Blade got pretty small, but I'm thinking it costs about 50 cents or so to cut these open anyway, even with a cutting torch. And like I said, these blades here were $26, so they're just, you know, just a little bit over 50 cents a piece. And this one was already used. And this one here is almost where you could get in here and cut this, but from here, what I do, it felt like it was all the way through. You could probably make one cut and then pry it out. That would probably work. But that's the way I do it, and then I can, you know, I got good access to it. So whichever way you know like best. But that's how I do these. That way they don't get so hot and melt those little plastic sleeves in there. And it works for me. I was comparing the thickness of these Go Yonder cutting discs, I think in an earlier video, and they were basically the same size as the little 3-inch ones that go on the die grinder. So I thought, wow, that's pretty thin. I've been wanting to get to these this week anyway, so I thought, well, I guess I could do a video on these. I hadn't done one in a while, and I've had some guys in comments cutting some of those bigger ones apart with the cutting torch. Some were saying it was faster and cheaper to go with the discs. Another guy said, no, it's faster with the cutting torch. I thought they were going to have an argument right there in my comments. But I guess they just agreed to disagree. And they've moved on. And I don't know, you saw how long it took this. You can probably watch some of my videos on how long it took to cut one with a cutting torch. And as far as cost, possibly the same, but it's a lot cheaper to buy an angle grinder and some grinding discs up front than it is to lease the tanks, and then you're buying your torch and hose. You're looking at least $100 there for a cheap torch and hose set at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you go. But I think I gave 40 or 60 for that angle grinder, Hercules at Harbor Freight, and it seemed to be a good one. You know, I had a Makita for years. It finally burned up when I was cutting some pretty thick metal. So it's been probably good over a year now when I got that, since I've got that Hercules. I've got a box opening on it, and I've pushed hard on it and everything else, trying to see if it had bogged down. It never did. So it's been working really good for me. So I'm happy with it. Anyway, that's probably about what I got for now. As you can see, I got a TV here to tear down. I've got this soda dispenser or something here. I don't know if I want to do a video on that or not. I'm not sure what all it pertains. So, and I should have probably got down to the transfer station today, the dump or whatever you want to call it. For those that don't know what a transfer station is, it's just a place where the people, residents here in Blanchard, can take their trash. If the, you know, large trash, whatever, they got roll-offs there. They do have a spot for household trash. If you live out of the city limits, you can get a $15 permit per month to take your trash in there. They got a compactor for the small trash. Like I said, they got the roll-offs there. They got a place where they throw metal. And of course, a lot of people throw the metal into the dumpsters. And that's another project I need to do some work on. A lot of times I'll look in there and there'll be something but it's a little out of arm's reach, so I wanted to, which I gotta clean this up, take the grinder and clean this up really good. Yeah, there we go. Get it down here in video view. Trying to figure out where we're at. A little delay between the, of course, wireless between here and my phone, and the phone's working as a monitor, very small monitor. But I need to clean this up where it's be a little easy to grab, and then I want to weld that on it. I'm almost debating drilling a hole through it so I can run it through and then weld it on both ends. So, and then I want to, on the other end, I want to make a hook, which I may shorten it up just a hair. This is probably close to 4 foot long. It's an old T-post rod. For, you know, put your wireless clip on it. So I've got kind of a point on this other end. But anyway, I'm going to call it quits here. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you'll enjoy this video. If you're not a subscriber, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos as they come out. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.